Hi everyone, this is Penny from Whack-A-Witch Astrology. Thank you so much for joining me here today. I wanted to do a pick a card video for the cat wants to interrupt. So when the cat is done, perhaps we can get this going. I apologize. Hopefully you can hear me okay. But I wanted to do a pick a card reading for small business ideas and for work from home jobs, because this is a topic I am so passionate about. As you know, my astrology and tarot business is a work from home, small business job. So I realize that a lot of people are in need of something like this right now, and I really want to help guide people towards their dream and what would best serve them. So I want you to focus on what it is that you actually want in life. Think about the kind of money you want to make, but even more so than that, think about how you want to be happy, what kinds of things would make you happy, and just pick the card that you sense your highest level of happiness and fulfillment will come from. So that's what I want you to do. Take as much time as you need. If you need a still image of this, I'll have it available on Instagram and Facebook, so follow me there. This is going to be card 1, 2, 3, and then 4, 5, 6. So we're going to start over here with pile number 1. And the first card that we have here is the Magician. So this is saying that you have kind of been inspired by some other people in your life who have really been doing something that was kind of wild, out there, unusual, and spectacularly creative. And it might be that they are an actual magic practitioner, or they do some kind of like Reiki or herbal natural healing types of stuff, and you were really inspired by that and you felt like that was really awesome. And what you are doing has more to do with what I'm getting from this is that work from home is actually a pretty big deal to you, and that you really have an eye for detail. You are like the ultimate modern day homemaker type. So for some people, this is going to be a sewing job, it's going to be a crafting job of some sort, and it's something that's going to really allow you to show your expertise and show your knowledge in the field, because you have skills and you have an eye for detail that a lot of people out there are lacking. And this is really going to allow you to be on top and to pursue things in a way where you are respected and admired. So you might have someone who's kind of magical and inspirational in your life who helps you find this and helps you see that this is really your calling and really something that can make you feel like a part of you that has been missing has finally been fulfilled. So that's what I'm getting from this. This has something to do with a creative type of job, and something like a homemaker. It could even be like growing herbs in a garden and reselling those herbs or something like that. So that is your small business idea that the spirits wanted you to know about today. Okay, so pile number 2. All right, so this first card is telling me that you found out about this path through someone else, through someone who's kind of chatty, always sharing new information, and it might have sounded like it was something a bit silly or a bit ridiculous at first. You might not have really realized that it could be a career path for you. It might not have even... I feel like you were interested in it when you first heard about it, but you weren't quite sure about it. Like, you were very skeptical. This card, the Lovers, what I'm getting from this is it's about being a matchmaker of some sort. So there's a lot of different ways you can do this. There's a lot of different types of matchmakers out there. Nowadays we have we have dating apps. We have people who work for Tinder and other companies like that, people who have made these types of programs. And then we have like more classic types of matchmakers who gather clients and make down a list of the types of things they're interested in and help bring people together and help them really find a good, loving, committed relationship. And you could even do stuff like this with arts like astrology and numerology. You can help people find the partner that they are destined for. And this job is really going to fulfill a need for you. It's going to be about communication and understanding people and seeing things from different perspectives that you don't normally get to see them from. So this is going to be a really exciting career path for you for that particular reason, and just the way it kind of enlightens you and brings more knowledge to the world around you and the world that you experience. So that was pile number 2. Next we have pile number 3. Okay, so I feel like you are the type of person in your life who has a lot of people who give you advice, who give you input, maybe even some controlling parents who tell you what they think you should do, what they think you shouldn't bother with, what is or isn't worth your time. But your career path for the small business and for what you are hoping for, this might not be long term, but it's at least something that's going to help you get on the right track. So even if this is a short-term career, it's something that's going to come to you when you're kind of on your own, when you have that moment of silence, when it's just you and God, or you and your guardians, whoever it is that you listen to. Perhaps it's your own inner voice that'll really help you find your proper career path and help get you on that page that you might feel like you've struggled to figure yourself out for a while because there's just too much noise around you is kind of what I'm getting. Okay, and then the Empress card. Okay, so what I'm getting from this is that it actually has a lot to do with children and taking care of them. So it might be about running a daycare. That's one of the most obvious ones. But I'm sensing that you're specifically going to be inspired by children and inspired by their minds, and spending more time around them will help you figure out other things. So it might not be that this is like your ultimate goal in life is to be a nanny. That might not be it, but it's more so that when you see children and you see the way they think and you spend time with them, you're going to be able to find your inspiration and really listen to it and really take it seriously a little bit better than you were before. And this is going to help you create something. So ultimately, you have some kind of creative project that you need to get going that you don't yet have the proper inspiration for, and that's because there's too much noise. That's because you haven't found your pot of gold that has all the inspiration in it just yet. So there's a few more steps you're going to have to take before you find something that will be long term, but the spirits right now are giving you advice on how you can get there. So that was pile number 3, and then we have pile number 4. Okay, so I'm sensing a lot of resistance right here in this one for you. So this is saying that you are probably like extremely frugal. So it's saying that you have ways of saving money, you have ways of doing things, maybe you avoid having to pay other people to do your taxes, maybe you're a coupon clipper, maybe you're always hunting for bargains. So this is like your small business idea. It's going to kind of stem from your ability to be extremely frugal, to be very smart with money. That's where it's going to come from. And then what it actually is. Okay, so I'm getting a sense that this is going to have something to do with dealing with negative business reviews. And I don't understand, like, how is this a career path? This sounds so weird. This doesn't really seem to be making sense. Okay, so I I think this is one of those gap in the industry things, and that's part of the reason why I'm not understanding what it is, because it's a job that I personally am not familiar with, but the spirits are trying to communicate to me that there's essentially a gap in the industry where we have unhappy customers versus businesses that are struggling and not really sure how to meet their customer demands. And it's saying that you have the potential to create some kind of network or community or system that will help them with it. It might be some kind of blog. It might be some kind of like customer service hotline, more likely is along the lines of what I'm thinking. It could potentially be an app that helps businesses find better ways to please their picky customers. And for some of you, you're going to work more on the side of the customer. For others, you're going to work more on the side of the business. So it kind of depends on who you are listening to this reading right now. And for the ones working more on the side of the customers, like you can help them meet each other halfway and help the customers get a refund for the products that they were unhappy with, and in turn provide a service to the business where they understand, you know, what they can do better, how they can increase profits, how they can prevent future disasters like that. So that's what I'm getting. And what this card is going to do for you is essentially it's going to help you climb up the ladder. So this might not be a super high paying job at first, but I'm seeing that's going to help you make some connections that will lead you to a higher paying job in the future. And it could result in you not necessarily becoming a CEO, even though this seems like a lot of work. This seems like kind of your own thing that you're starting. I'm sensing that this is going to help you get a position in a different company where you will have higher pay. So if you kind of like start with this and start with explaining to companies why they're having issues with customers and stuff like that. And I mean, it can be any kind of company. It can be landlords, it can be retail, it can be, you know, maybe there's a psychic industry, like one of those really big ones online, like Oranum or California Psychics. Maybe they're having issues with customer complaints, and maybe you can be what do you even call it, like customer service person of some sort, but this seems like it's probably an idea that you're going to have to propose. It's, for the most part, it's not going to be something that's already there. Okay, so now we have pile number 5. Okay, so for you, it's saying there's a lot of people who get on your nerves. There's a lot of people who you can't stand in life. There's a lot of people that you really just don't want to have to deal with. And your avoidance of having to deal with people, it's kept you away from customer service jobs. It may feel like it has kind of been a problem in your career. It might not necessarily feel like it's something that has particularly helped you, but you have kind of a personality where you don't want to have to deal with people and their nonsense all the time. So this has kept you away from the types of jobs that are not right for you. But let's see what type of job is right for you. Okay. So this card is specifically about healing. It's about moving on to something better. So your business is going to be about helping other people get away from bad situations and essentially get away from the types of people that you yourself do not like. Now this is going to be something totally different for everyone who listens to this reading. It's going to be something unique. So maybe you had like awful relationship partners, people who won't leave you alone, and then you are going to find a way to help other people escape that type of situation. This could be kind of similar to the other one. It could be like a Reiki healing type of thing. It could be a counseling service. It could be that you start an organization that helps end prejudice, that helps end harassment at the workplace. It almost sounds like a union or something like that, but this is going to be a job that helps people get out of bad situations and helps people get away from others who have been problematic to them. And what this is going to do for you is it's going to it's not just going to change your own life, it's going to change other people's lives, and it's actually going to have a big impact on the world as well. So this isn't just about you. This is about you helping other people, and this is about you changing the course of history and righting some of the wrongs that have been going on in the world. So this is like a really, really big thing that is needed. That the world needs you to be able to provide and to be able to help us with, help the world with. Okay, so that was pile number 5. And now we have pile number 6. Okay, so we have a very romantic card coming up here. And this is telling me that you were exposed to something by someone you loved, by someone you were romantically interested in. And it was absolutely fascinating to you. And that's how you found this career. So then we have the 9 of Wands, which is about protecting yourself, which is about staying safe. So this can be like a security system. It can be about construction and building fences. It can be about building things around the home that keep you safe, but it can also be about online data security and things of that nature. So anything that really helps create kind of like a firewall, either digitally or physically, that keeps people safe and keeps the bad things out and protects their information and protects their belongings. It's that kind of thing. This is the business idea that the spirits are wanting you to realize and to think of. And it might be something a little bit different from what I'm actually describing here. But I think you know in your head, like what kinds of things are actually coming to mind and what it is that makes sense about this. And this is going to be about creating a family business, about creating something that is lasting and that is helpful for your family. And you might even have some older relatives in your family or older siblings who will benefit from this idea as well, who will be able to work alongside you, help you work out some of the details, and help you fill in some of the gaps where you might not necessarily have the experience that you need yet, but it's going to get you working with your family. And this actually can become a family business that will help your entire family, not just you. So this one is not just about you. This is also about your family. So again, we have pile number 6 here. And one more time, we're going to go over a little review. We're going to go through all the cards one more time. And we have pile number 5. Then pile number 4. And then number 3. And pile number 2. And then pile number 1. All right, so I hope that gave you some good ideas. If you have any questions, feel free to send me an email on my website. Since this is a pick a card reading and it's very generalized, it's for however many hundreds or thousands of people wind up watching this video. I may need you to actually go ahead and purchase a reading if you want more details on what we talked about here. But you can also find me on Patreon. I have an account there and I have some exclusive videos. Most of them are more romantic in nature. And then I also have some like soulmate pick a card types of things. So feel free to subscribe, hit that notification bell, and hopefully I will see you again very soon. Thank you so much for joining me today. Have a good night or day. Goodbye.